Niko na intro. Yeah. Two. Yo, welcome to another episode, manze. Another collaboration, manze. It's always beautiful to collaborate, manze. Portal meets Open Conversation TV, manze. So today, manze, I am so lucky, manze. Mnaona vile my guest wanakaa, manze. It's a beautiful set, first of all, manze. So before we get in it, manze, I will let the people I'm interviewing introduce their fancy selves, manze. So on my left, whom do I have over here?
Hi guys, my name is Yunia Stacy. Pleased and I'm glad to be back. I know it's been a while. Yeah, and I hope that this session itakuwa fiti as always, vibes on vibes. Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm David Nyoke, member of Arc Sessions podcast.
Yeah.
And I am now a guest from being a host to being a guest. So this is going to be interesting.
This is going to be interesting. Ela nisahau kumention Arc Sessions. Shout out to us Arc Sessions, man. So we are representing also Arc Sessions over here. So I think we can get in it, manze, kwa sababu hata kama tumesema vibes on vibe, it's a serious topic. We're talking about something that I feel Africa tumekuwa underprivileged, manze, to share and to have, manze. And that is financial freedom, financial literacy. It's a conversation that Dave and I have always had and we've always wanted to have. So the stars have aligned today, manze. And we have a very beautiful guest, manze. Another perspective, manze. The female species, the female gender, manze. To what they think about finances, financial literacy, financial freedom, manze. I feel like I'm not equipped to talk about this topic, Dave, because I'm not financially free. But anyways, since I'm the host, I'm going to ask questions kwa sababu Dave ndo anakuanga the financial guru, manze. Tunaona hata vile amevaa. Okay, so I think my first question, I usually napendanga kurudi back kwa roots. I like going back to the roots, and I think once you know where you're from, you can know where you're going. So I think that's why I think I want to first ask you guys, manze, financial literacy, manze. Did your parents teach you financial literacy?
Yes.
Serious?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I think it's something that has been, I think growing up seeing how especially my mom, how she handled money. I think it wasn't more of like teaching it is monkey see, monkey do. So I think seeing how she could do so much with so little and then grow it over time, I think that made me realize the value of money and appreciating it. And also, I think one lesson I got is tutacha hizi vitu hapa.
Oh yeah.
So don't be afraid to spend
money
on yourself.
Yeah. So attaching and also detaching from money, because
Yes.
money is an issue, manze. Like,
Because sometimes we end up saving for what, to what end?
yeah, exactly.
You know,
That's the point.
people die with millions, even billions in accounts.
Yeah.
In their accounts, and they don't even, the family doesn't even know about all these assets. And then they go sit in some government agency waiting for collection, and they have billions there that people haven't collected.
Yeah, for sure.
So you see, they were good at creating wealth and storing it, but they aren't good at using it and distributing it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So there has to be a balance between storing wealth and also
Yes.
distributing it.
Yes, you're saving it for a purpose.
Okay. Our lovely lady over here.
Nasikia mnasema kusave si lazima. Naweza fikisha mita udedi.
Did your parents teach you about money?
Well, to some extent, yes. Because nakumbuka after puberty unakuwa adult, unaanza kufunzwa na mama yako vile unaanza kuweka pesa, unatumia pesa. But my dad has also played a part in my financial awareness na freedom na nini. But na feel nikonga more liberated na my dad than my mom.
Than your
because my mom anakwanga usually the strict one.
She's the saver.
Yeye ndo saver, yeye ndo anakuonyesha una utilize hapa na hii na hii na hii. My dad will be like, unahitaji funds, shika funds.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, for me personally, Mazemi, I don't think I'll get any financial literacy from my parents. The only thing that my dad told me about money is that Hannah. Every time I used to ask, Sina, Zila, Sila, Sila. So I think the reason why I like, and shout out to my dad. See, I'm not dunking on my dad. I'm shout out to my dad.
Na mama yako.
Yeah. And also my mom. Yeah. But you're sitting down with me and being like, Jackie, this is money. This is the value of money. And this is how you use money, how you save money. It's not something that I was taught. The only thing the only time I remember interacting with money is the time unaitisha fee. You need to buy something.
Essentials.
Yeah, essentials. So like for me, like growing up, alafu nakumbuka going to campus, I was never taught how to start. Because I was really, weirdly enough, manze nikiwa high school, I was good at business. Nilikuwa napunga hata nikipata awards because of business. So I knew, alafu nami ni mkisi na sisi tunakuanga wa biashara. So I knew there was something about business that attracted me, but I never knew, because about business and money, you have to know how to deal with money so that you can start a
Ukosho hiyo ya
business.
high school ekuwa wewe unafuata syllabus alafu ukafika huku nje.
No, it was really
basi
interesting. It
kakutamba.
was really interesting, especially entrepreneurship. Nakumbukanga hadi wa leo. Business used just to interest me. So for me, not knowing that, maze, I'd say it's affected me in a sense, because kama sai maze do these come realize there are people who are far ahead of you, especially the people who are taught. They are far ahead of you, Nado, compared to you. So like, Dave, can you speak on that issue? Like your parent, kuna time tu alikuja akakwambia exactly this is money, this is how you need to save.
No, never. I don't think we've ever sat down to have that conversation. But we don't have to, because we communicate, so I understand the financial situation that is there. I understand the responsibilities that are there, and I know when this money comes, it needs to go here and here and here. It needs to do ABC. So I think understanding responsibility, when it's now, because most of the time parents give you responsibility, but they take away the financial aspect of it.
Yes.
So you never learn how to actually utilize that money. Yeah, I think the first time I remember where I was like thrown into the deep end was, I think, when I was like, 10, 11. I was sent to the supermarket by myself. I was like, here's the money and here's the list, go buy.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time when I realized, things are actually expensive. Especially the thing, because at that point I was like, I'll save here, and then I'll get a little money from this, buy some sweets, snacks over here. And then you start buying things and just the bare minimum and the basics, and you're like, I don't even have enough to get the basics.
Yeah.
And I think that from that point I was like, okay, there's more to this than we are exposed to at a young age.
Yeah.
And then, because most people figure this out in campus, the first time people leave alone, when now you have to actually plan your finances, and you're like, I have rent, I have electricity, I have shopping to do,
for sure, 100%.
and you have limited resources, and you have to stretch it out through that. And then now, people, since they haven't been taught responsibility from a young age, they end up making some bad decisions at the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's why you see people eating their rent money, eating their shopping money. Someone eating Indomie for the whole month because they used all the money they had at the beginning of the month. And it usually takes a long time for people to actually realize, like, this is financially hurting me in the future, not now. Like this debt piles up slowly, and these habits now become harder and harder to win off. Once you have been doing it for a while. That's why you find a lot of people still struggling, because now they're just servicing their consumption instead of investing and saving.
It's true. You've actually mentioned that.
Well, to add on what he said, si ati nakupinga, but I came to realize, like, on a deeper perspective, si ati people do not have your chance ya kupata financial awareness and stuff. Looking at us, the typical Kenyans and Africans that we come from, most of our parents wali exist in like the 70s, 80s, 90s. Hiyo ilikuwa time yenye Kenya ilikuwa haikuwa fit. And I think it's a trauma that we have borrowed from them. Yeah, especially in terms of finances, considering as much as money is limited for them, we will always see money is a limit, so that ikifika mahali even when you're in campus ama kama mzazi mwenyewe amekupatia do, uta find it so hard to spend on yourself because unafikiria where you're coming from. Pesa ikiisha ni mimi na hapa mwisho kwa ukuta tunaangaliana hivi, yani between you and poverty. Hata kama uko na like however amount of money you have, utapata it is so hard for you to spend on yourself, ama not even spending on yourself. When someone is gifting you something, utapata it is very difficult for you to receive the gift considering the worth. You're not thinking of the meaning of the gift, you're thinking of the worth.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. Like I love that you've mentioned that. And actually, to also add on what Dave said, like easy financial decisions we make affect us in future. We always talk about the book of Proverbs, and yesterday I was going through it. There's a proverb that I went through. Nilikuwa nasema, precious treasure and oil are in the presence of a wise person, but a fool devours it. So like there's decisions we make zenye zitakuja ku affect in future. What you've said, Manzi, is very important, Manzi. Most of our parents didn't have a lot. Na unapata wana develop kitu inaitwanga scarcity mindset. And it's something that I've also seen in myself because unasema ukweli, like you look at the value of everything. And when you get money, it's like itaisha. So you're trying to save, you're in a position where you don't see it for what it is, you're seeing it becomes an idol in a sense. Kwa sababu ukiwa na do utakiisha, you start becoming stingy. It affects you negatively, Manzi.
Yeah.
So like vile umesema hivyo, like how do we change that? Like how do we change the finance, especially ukiwa kwa hiyo situation where you're not used to a lot of money and unapata do, like how do you change, like how, because we're just brainstorming, how do you guys see what can we do about that?
I think we are supposed to like have options kwanzia tukue wadogo. Like there's this nini tasema aje perspective nilifunzwa na my lecturer nikifanya psychology. Alikuwa anasema most people, I know ni off topic but let me mention, you see most people when wameingia into addictions is because when they were small they had strict parents who never showed them options and whatever you can choose. So like kama ni food imepikwa na ni rice na mtoto ataki kula rice, atalazimishwa akule rice. So hiyo perspective ya hata ukukula umalize food kwa sahani is always a notion that is always forced on us, yenye akifika high school or whatever age beyond in, like akiwa adult atakuja kuwa na peer pressure, ataingilia ndani because hana option ya kusay no, because yeye alionyeshwa there's no room for saying no, you accept what goes. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like in terms of finances, when nilikuwa nasema like utapata even if you really wanted to buy like that expensive perfume for yourself for like whatever asset you wanted to do, unapata inakuwa ngumu kwako even if you've saved it. Utapata tu kuna vile una feel kuna mahali unaweza kwama na utaki. And for some people who neglect that, they go into naitwaje, wanakuanga spendthrifts. Wanapata I have money now, kwani ni kesho, let me buy and spend nisikie fiti ikitu initoke.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah. But sasa inakuwa ngumu for some people because it comes up in being a cycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Dave, your perspective.
I think it's a mentality, and we have to work on the mentality, not the environment per se, because that mentality shapes the environment. Just getting back into scarcity, I want to give 2 examples, interesting, based on like true stories. There's a man and a woman. One of them is Mama Mboga. The other one is a taxi driver. They're living in Nairobi, in some estate in Nairobi.
Yeah.
They have kids who are in school, and they're building a house in Ushago. And just at face value, they shouldn't be able to have the money to do all they're doing, based on what they earn on a day.
Yeah.
But they've thought beyond it. They're part of chamas, SACCOs, and all that, and they contribute constantly, and then they use that money to build their assets. Another example is back in the day when people used to get married early. They used to have large families.
Yeah.
and their financial situation, I would say, isn't that much different from us, because and at that time it wasn't like the man and the woman are working. It's the man working to feed the entire family. So you're a man and you have 8, 10 kids that you have to feed, you have to clothe, you have to house, you have to school, and all that. And I have an uncle of mine who told me how his dad handled it. When they were in high school, the dad made sure everyone was in the rugby team.
Okay, that's
It's
interesting.
either you do rugby or a sport, because the school won't send you away because you need to represent the school in the competition. So you join the sport and become good enough, so that you're not sent away. So that when that time comes, the school fees isn't there. Your coach comes and be like, we kuja tu. Tutaongea na principal. And you see, they're like those tactics. These are people who are like, let's use the little we have and get as much out of it as possible. And like saizi, where all we're thinking is accumulating as much as possible before we start doing anything. Like we just really want to collect, have a lot of money, then we start doing. Then we start living life. But you should live life and enjoy and be in the present with what you have, and maximize on the resources you have as you work on growing those resources. You see how that mentality shifted.
For sure,
That's
for
why
sure,
right
for
now
sure.
people don't want to have kids. That's why.
I believe it's like a cultural diversity going on with the generation that we are in right now. Si kama kitambo yenye as Africans sisi tunakuanga socialists.
Yes, communists.
Socialists. Yenye mimi as your sister nitakuja I make sure nimechunga watoto wako, or do you watch over my kids if you're financially stable and stuff. Hiyo ya kuchungana in the family. And then for whites inakuanga individualists. Considering lazima you empower yourself first and grow to ufike level flani for you now to start considering about now family, your own self, na nini. So ndo nasema it's about like a cultural diversity, considering sahi yenye Africans tunajaribu ku emulate what the whites are now bringing into us. That's why unapata there's a network shift in us.
There's a current shift going on right now.
There's a shift going on yenye sahi women don't want to settle, hawataki familia, guys don't want to settle because wanafikiria I'm not even financially upright for this and stuff. Of which, do you guys think it's okay ama twende tu nalo vile dunia inaenda tusonge?
That's a good question. That's a good question, Manzi. But I think going back to what Deva said, first of all, mentality lazima shift. Me, I believe that poverty ni mindset. You can be broke, but when it becomes a mindset, inakuwa ni poverty. No. So I think first of all, it's changing the mindset and using what we have. Kama nilikam realize, like, this is a personal testimony. There's a bonga. Like, I like interactions. I can connect with the ideas, Manzi, and that's an asset. Especially in today's world, Manzi, online. You can use that and make something out of it, Manzi. When that happens, only God knows, but you can start doing something with what you have. Because pia mi kitambo nilikuanga na hiyo mentality ya, because we've grown up in this now capitalistic system where everyone's an individual and go out there and accumulate as much money as you can. And not everybody is getting that opportunity. Why? Because say hakuna jobs, umetoka kampo, we were lied to, and the system taught us how to be employees. Unaona? So getting out of that and being like, okay, kitu yenye tulifundishwa shule na the streets maze, ground ni very very different. You just have to first start there by changing your mindset and seeing what you can do, kwa sababu men we need to provide value first. When we are able to provide value, tunakuwa na confidence. If you're not able to provide value, we're not confident. And if I'm not confident, I'm not going to get to that relationship. Just not confidence, manze. Unaona? So like if I'm able to see what God has given me, neza tumia, and it can create value and give me something that could provide stability, then now kuingia relationship inakuwa rahisi, manze. Unaona?
So you believe like self-efficacy is now the booster to whatever relationship you want?
Yeah, you have to see what you have and what you're able to provide. You uanze kuingia relationship. Kwa sababu vile umesema, most men I talk to wenye wako my age wako like, say relationship zi. But if you're not doing anything, you're not pushing yourself forward, then itakuja tu ikuwe story. You have to move, you have to have momentum so that you can have the confidence to get into that
So
relationship.
umesema you having a mentor, ndo nakuja hapo kwa changing like your mindset is it also involves your environment.
Yeah.
Because the best way to adapt behaviors is through modeling.
Yeah.
And modeling is
I see the therapist in
observing.
you. Umetoa the therapist imekuja sahi.
Wacha nijibu basi. Is the best way to adapt behavior is through modeling, and modeling is like imitating an older person than you.
Yeah.
So mesema like mentors, most of us ni parents. Those are people who have the ability and capacity in us to change our mindset and for us to adapt whatever notions, perspectives and behaviors that we currently have.
Yeah.
So unapata it's different with people depending on now difference in culture, social class, na nini. Yeah, but it's okay, it's good.
Yeah. And that's why like the responsibility is us. Kwa sababu our parents did the best with what they had. Now is us to see the problem and make sure that we are better models so that they can grow up in a place where wanaona abundance. And the only way we can do that is changing the mindset. Like Dave pia jibu hiyo swali. I'm really interested on his perspective.
I don't want to go as far as saying we're socialists, but I'll just continue with that analogy. We are a socialist community that is adapting individualist ideals.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And exactly what she's saying. Yes. Most of us have grown up consuming a lot of Western media.
Yes.
But our environment is not Western. Our environment is not Western. And that we're at a point where now we're fighting with our own identity.
Yes.
No, there's some level of colonialism, and I think this is and scarcity, because that's what the colonial regime brought. I think everyone can relate. Kuna kwanga na set of utensils kwa nyumba yenye inafunguangwa tu kwa kabati.
Oh yeah.
Inakwanga the best kwa hapo hivyo, and no one in the house is allowed to use it.
Yeah.
Even guests most of the time don't even use it. Inakanga tu hapo mpaka ile siku yenye mtarudi ushago.
Yeah.
50 years later imekuwa tu kwa hiyo kabati tu.
Yeah. Ama special visitors. Mimi nakumbuka tulitoanga time yenye.
Yeah, but very rarely.
Very rarely, yeah.
What's the point of that? See, that is supposed to be used by you guys.
Yes.
Because you've taken money, you've spent it on an asset per se that you rarely use. See, that's a bad investment.
Yeah, definitely.
Vyombo yenye in its lifetime imetumika twice. Ama inatumika once a year. Christmas wageni wakikuja. And now we're talking about emulating these people to help us elevate financially, but scarcity mentality imewa colonize completely.
Oh yeah, the mindset,
and it's so subtle. It's not that huge scarcity, but it's so subtle. And it's like now when you go and ask them for advice, they give you the wrong advice based on their experience.
Yeah,
because they grew in this community-based environment. They didn't have too much Western influence, but now we have that Western influence. And then we have this African influence, and now they're clashing.
Yeah.
And now we're at that point where now we're unable to move forward because we're being brought back here, and we're seeing there's opportunity there that we're trying to reach.
Yeah. No, like it's actually popped in my head. That's why say opportunities kwenda Australia, kwenda US, kwenda UK. We don't see opportunities over here. Everybody is telling me, man, unajua say lazima uende Majundo get ganji ndo you invest back, and I'm like, there's still
Do you know how sad it is? Do you know how sad it is that the government is sending people out?
Young people, actually.
They promise us jobs, but instead of creating jobs in the country, they're busy sending people abroad. And not even good jobs. They're not sending people as engineers, doctors, nurses. They're not sending, the proper skilled people. Drivers, house helps, factory workers.
Yeah. That's so sad, man.
Jobs that will, yes, you'll make some money, you won't be hungry, but you will never build wealth. Especially now with the mentality that you're coming from Africa, where now all the money you're bringing is being sent back. And then the people you're sending the money to, all they're thinking about is consumption, not even investing and building. We've had stories, people send 6 million, 10 million back to the country, they come back, nothing.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
And you know how bad it is that at a saizi, we go and borrow loans to go and party.
People loans to go and party.
Midnight. Mtu ako mshwari. Ati mabro. Wacha niangalie limit.
What? Sobering thoughts.
We don't want to change because right now, to be honest, we're talking about switching mentality and all these things, and we're talking about trying to emulate people. But by the end of the day, we're in a day and age where information is so prevalent and it's everywhere. You want to know anything, you can know it. Because I say it on ChatGPT. How do I become financially free? Just type it in up on ChatGPT. It will give you options. It will give you ideas. Workable ideas. So the only thing we can blame right now in this new generation is ignorance.
Ignorance or execution?
Ignorance. Ignorance, man. We don't think about the future. Let's just start here. Let's pause. Does any of you have any investments? You have investments. Do you have savings?
Nah, me nah.
Okay, what kind of investments do you have?
I have MMF going on. Yenye nilianza recently, like this year.
I know there's someone online who will attack you like crazy.
I know.
No, but because MMF is not an investment, it's a savings. It's not an investment. And just not to get too technical, but generally, investment shouldn't be easily liquidatable. Like your MMF, you're using. I'm assuming you're using ZD.
No.
Okay, but now you can withdraw anytime you want. Your midnight. Jamani, niko na MMF. Ngoja niangalie.
So you're saying like an investment, it's not supposed to be like readily available for me. Yenye nikifeel the urge I need to buy something, you're in an limit, says the access.
Yeah.
So like a trust fund or something.
Well, trust fund is a vehicle, but it's not.
Nilikuwa nataka kusema nini? Is it treasury bonds or whatever? Like such.
Yeah.
Sasa acha nijiongee niseme ukweli, acha nijiseme. I had access to that. Yeah. But I didn't go for that because nearly feel I'd be stuck somewhere. That's why you see like an MMF is easy for me to manage. But nearly feel I can get stuck somewhere.
At midnight. I'm going to be referring to what they were saying. At midnight.
Nilikuja nikajiambia wacha masiku zisonge as I recollect myself make your decision niamue leo ni hii siku nitaenda, but sijafika hapo kwa hiyo point, but inakuja very soon. You feel me? I feel like most of the youth say tuko in that decision hapo niko zile za I can access this, I can do this, but acha tu masiku zisonge, I can make my mind to do it. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, conversation has taken a life of its own.
No, but
we're
now,
opening up about where
but
we
now
are.
now you see the situation.
Yeah, that's the situation. The authenticity.
You see the situation where we're struggling.
Yeah.
it's so sad if you think about it. The Nairobi Stock Exchange.
Yeah.
Do you know only 10% of Kenyans own shares?
Shit.
10%.
Yeah.
Really?
Could it could even be less.
I feel like people do not know how. So like,
But I've told you, it's ignorance. Do you know how easy it is right now to buy shares in Kwanza wamesaidia sana Gen Zs. There are apps to do this. You just go in, register, put in your details, put in money, and buy shares.
now happy.
To Kenya. If you want to even buy international shares, we have apps that also do that.
What? Okay.
Hata mimi ninashangaa.
But yeah, that's why he had to come. He's the money guy. We
Thanks.
sit down with Dave and he tells me, okay, kuna this, and I'm like, what?
What
Yeah.
do you mean? What the hell? But I believe it's good we're having this conversation,
Yeah.
man. Inatufungua macho. For us wenye tunasema ni ignorance, ni laziness, itabidi tumekaza pull up our socks. But it's good, it's good. But na feel it's now heavy on us that other people are telling us instead of like people who are close to us than in our families. Juu unaweza pata kuna msee kwa familia yake hana msee mwenye atamshow story na investments. The uncles, the aunties hawajui anything. The parents, nothing. But the best information they get out there is saving. And bank, nini, transfer, kuja, make, anza kujenga, anunua shamba mahali. Oh, mtoto wa nani ajalipiwa fee, you know you're working, utabidi umeanza kulipia mtoto wa nani fee, and mind you hujafanya kazi hata 5 years.
Dauduku comment this scam. This is an interesting. think. I want you to think about this. Have you ever realized like the people who tell us that land is a good investment are the ones who are selling the land?
Oh, yeah. Most instances. It's true.
Because once you buy it, now you have it, and where next? Because the value of that land is only based on demand on that land.
Oh, yeah.
If demand never comes, the value will go down.
Yes.
Because then now it will be distressed and you'll have to just sell it for that sake.
Yeah.
Unaona, tuko. I can't say this on camera. I will iterate it outside once we finish shooting. But we have a very bad mentality in Kenya that started with how we were treated by our colonial masters, and then it was just propagated through it generations, from our parents, from our grandparents to our parents to us.
To
now.
us.
And it's going, and that scarcity thing is so bad. That scarcity thing
Yeah.
is so bad. It's because, just to add on the shares thing, like minimum shares you need to buy is 100 shares. That's the minimum required shares for you to buy. Many companies, you'll spend max 3,000 to have 100 shares. And this kind of investment, you don't think about them short term.
Yeah, it's
These
a
are
very long term.
long-term
It's an extremely
investments. You
long
buy
term
and hold.
investment.
And they're actually companies that offer dividends. So you can still be making money from these investments.
Within
Yes. Yes. So as you keep on adding, for example, Safaricom pays dividends and per share. So the more shares you have, the more money you make. So if you buy 3,000 this month, you buy another 100 next month, you have 200. Another 100 next month, you have 300. By the end of the year, you have 1,200 shares. If you get more money, you buy 30,000, 40,000. Before you know it, you're making that 30,000, 40,000 a month from your shares.
Wow. Hata mimi nakuwa literally educated
Long term.
right now.
Yeah. Now, just to bring it full circle, what I was reiterating, nasema that mentality yenye tumewekelewa na imetukumba mpaka saizi ni we think short term.
Yeah.
instant gratification.
Yeah.
Ndio maanake forex boys are trending.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ndio maanake these crypto scams are happening.
Yeah.
Ndio maanake gunzi wanaweza nunuliwa na 2000
Gunzi.
because wanafikiria tumbo.
Yeah.
Wanafikiria tumbo. Hii 2000 jioni ataenda ashike quarter anunue maneno yake
Story
aanze
ishe
kutaxi
hapo. Yeah.
alafu akule na alale.
Yeah.
He doesn't think that we're fighting for something greater, that we're trying to make this society better for the next 100 years.
Yeah.
It's now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
For example, for me, I have a unit trust for 25 years. I pay into it every month, but I'm not able to access that money for 25 years. But it is not like the end. It's not like the end of the road for it, because after 10 years, which is now will be in 2032, I will get a payment to me. And also I can borrow loans against that piece of document.
Yeah.
Yes. I can go to the provider and be like, you see, hapa tumechanga iko 10 million, mnipatie 8 million. And then instead of taking that in 8 million and funding my consumption, kusema maboys tufike diani. No.
Yeah.
I put it into something else that also brings me another, 10 to 18%, and then grow that money, and then use that cash flow from that and still pay back into this endowment, and then make money. So instead of having that 10 million, I now have 18.
Wow.
But that 8 should be able to cover the loan for that I took.
And sorry for cutting you short, but after you've said that, I want to iterate the book of Proverbs, Tena, because we like talking about the book of Proverbs. A wealth that is accumulated fast dwindles away, but a wealth that is accumulated slowly increases with time. And that's actually a book of Proverbs. It was so many thousands of years ago, which holds up truth even to today. It's crazy. It's crazy, manze.
Do you know, I could be off about 300 mil, give or take, but just for the sake of argument, we spend on average close to $1 trillion on betting every year.
Wow.
As Kenyan youths, and seniors, Kenyans in general, we spend about 1 trillion Kenyan shillings on betting.
So hakuna do. It's not like there's no money.
Tunaitupa the wrong places.
Wow.
No, from the government. They're spending all the taxes fund consumption, no development. So that money is never gonna grow. Tena tuko mfuko.
Surprisingly, we'll always be in debt.
Yes. But there's good debt and there's bad debt.
Yeah. It's true.
But now we're borrowing money to eat. We're not borrowing money to grow.
Wow.
So if the government is doing that, and it's so easy to point fingers at the government at the top, because greed is easiest seen when there's a lot of resources. But greed inaanza hapa chini tu.
Yeah, it starts with us.
We are worse than the government.
Yeah,
it's just that we're not moving to billions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't think nivo. Okay, but yes, on the same lines, like hata vile tunasema corruption, kama tutaisolve from huku kwa ground na iende huko juu. So like you're saying, mbona kitu inapotea? So you're saying it's not corruption yenye ni problem ni greed. From ground inende kipanda juu.
Yes. So it's
because we are the ones who are fueling this corruption.
Yeah.
Ukishikwa na polisi hapa hivi una drive, your first instinct iko your 100 bob nilieka wapi?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like this lorries that ply Nairobi Eldoret? Kila mse anakuwa na machwani hapo kwa every stop too.
Actually, a friend of mine told before I travel inakuanga like it's already inakuwa imeshapangwa 50 anajua the stop so he's going to give, so like It's already
unaenda kwa
predetermined.
unaenda government office, the first instinct is wacha nitafute mtu wetu tuongee nimpatie kitu kidogo so that I can get fast. If sisi wenyewe we just decide these are our standards, we want better, and we don't fund this corruption, it won't survive. But sinjo tunaifiwa.
It's true.
Sinjo tunaifiwa.
Nasema like it's now hard to correct it because we've got too deep into the rabbit hole.
But like vile amesema, like it starts from us. It's your decision.
No, it's hard.
But it has to start from somewhere. Lazima wewe mwenyewe uamue. It's difficult. Exactly. Because if you are to change the next generation, we need to do something. We have to break this generational curses.
If we want
we have to see these patterns and be like, okay, it stops here.
Yeah, enough is enough.
Yeah, enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Yeah.
Ukishikwa na makosa, kubali tu. Kama ni fine, lipa fine. Do you know what times that ever when people are caught and they get caught for fights, these people paid more money in corruption than they would have if they just got the fine.
Oh yeah.
No, unashukwa speeding, ungeenda huko ungelipa fine 5-10,000. Umepea ujamaa 17. You uliambiwa it's 1,000 for every kilometer you went above the speed limit.
Yeah.
And then you pay, and then if you went to court, they would have been like, this is 5,000. But we need to start being accountable to ourselves. First of all, everyone should be accountable to themselves.
Yeah.
Saizi knowledge is there. People, you need to wake up every day and start learning about this finance thing.
It's true. I think it's the best way to wrap up the conversation. Like we need to. We all have an individual duty of working out our salvation. Every one of us, man. And if we just don't do it right now, tutakuwa tu tuna blame. It's always going to be us pointing the finger outward.
There's always someone to blame.
There's always somebody to blame. Yeah.
But yourself.
Yeah. But yourself. For me, naona tu nikina financier. Dave, utakuwa financier wangu nikiomoka. I'll be like, Dave, what do I do?
Ekelea jackpot.
Yeah, so yeah, Maze. I think we've talked to Bengia deep in it, Maze. I don't know. I think I just have one last question to you guys, and we can do it quick kwa sababu ya not Maze time imeenda. Like, do you think finances, we need to also have ethics when it comes to finances, especially because I think that's also something we face in Africa. Ethics when it comes to finances.
Ethics.
Yeah.
Like personal
and
relational.
Yeah, kwa sababu like I was talking to a friend of mine and they were like, Ido ukiipata anyway, anyhow, as long as you get the money, it's all right. Like, do you guys believe in that?
Acha niseme nijibu hiyo swali according to nilisikia.
Yeah.
Actually pastor fulani explain.
Yeah.
If we get money, we have to when we accumulate money to spend recklessly, we have to also multiply it.
Yeah.
So depending on the times,
yeah.
however you're multiplying it, it's also allowed.
Yeah.
Whether ni pole pole, ama ni hiyo inakuja in thousands, 100,000s, with whatever time frame it is, it is allowed and it is very necessary.
Yeah.
Because even hii story na forex na nini, si zote ni scam, but you just have to be cautious and be witty about it. See, just like recklessly spending, ama umesikia this is indo inavuma, twende hapa.
Because there's a friend of mine mwenye aliget though, like this cyber security, like wana hack credit cards huko majuu, whatever it is, and then they sending the money this way so that they can be traced. Still getting money, still getting rich, especially in where we're facing poverty. But is that correct? Is that right?
Si ati ethics hakuna. Ethics iko. People choose whether or not to follow it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I believe it's also your personal decisions that you make. Ukiona kitu haiambatani na wewe, definitely you will not do.
Yes.
If you feel it's suitable and comfortable for you to do, indulge.
So.
Yeah.
Mr. Dave.
Yeah, the love for quick money.
The love of money is the root of all evil.
No, quick money.
The love for quick money is the root of all evil.
Quick money.
Yeah.
I think that's where ethics died when it came to this, because you look at the lengths people go to make money.
Yeah.
It's crazy, because this is in the public eye, but yeah, in our city, we had organ harvesting.
Yeah, that was a thing.
And we've reached a point in society where people are kind of okay with it. But uvunde hiyo do.
Yeah, imekuwa the norm nowadays.
You've seen girls say, "Get that money, girl." We get money, so ethics is very important. But by the end of the day, for as long as there's this greed that is growing, it's going to be hard. But vile tumesema, it's a personal
It's
decision.
a personal decision.
Wewe
Like
ukiamua,
answer, yeah.
rafiki yako amue, your other 10 friends waamue, in no time we're at 1 million people wenye tumeamua.
Yeah.
Your 1 million tunaweza multiply kwa 10 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. A fifth of this country is enough to change this
Yeah.
country.
One man can change the world.
One man can
One
change
man
the
can
world.
change the world.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you have to just be have values and stick by them.
Yeah. Yeah.
We peke yako.
Yeah.
Usiongoje rafiki yako ama
Yeah.
ama country. Useme si hata hao wamekuwa wakiiba.
Yeah.
It has to come from you. Yeah.
It has to come from you. Yeah. I think that's the best way to wrap up the conversation, Maze. We've talked about money, and money is important. But me personally, I believe that values and character are over money, Manze. And I close with a verse that says, "Keep yourselves free from the love of money, for God says, I will never leave you nor forsake you." Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Praise be to God.
Yeah.